All right. A late night, early morning shave. It's about 1:30 a.m. You know you're a shaving degenerate when instead of sleep, you're thinking about getting a fucking shave in. All right. So this is day one with no wife. My wife's on her fucking way to Mexico with her father to spend some time with some family down there. So I'm going to be alone for a while, so you guys could probably expect some pretty fucking degenerate shaves coming up. I'm going to have a lot of free time on my hands. Today we're using Dixie from PAA to continue Basic Bitch Week. That's right, Marion. Basic bitch. No. No, I'm just fucking with you. PAA just barely skates into the qualifications of Value Slickness Week. At $14.95, they have eked their way into the under $15 mark. This is the, I suppose, CK1 Cocoa Butter Shave Soap. Their more affordable offering than CK6. I got it loaded up into the Lancaster bowl here. I noticed that it's like a brilliant white. I don't really have more soap than I normally use, but it's like bright white. I also have my Viking brush handle here with the Untitled Shave hand-tied knot. We're going to finish off with some Oleo 40 and Good Oleo Skin Food Pure Oil Blend, and we're using the Carbon CX Titanium, or TI, that was borrowed to me, or let me borrow from Shave 326 Ken. A very ugly handle, but a very good smooth shaver. And of course, Dixie was supplied to me by Marion the Barbarian. So thank you, gentlemen, for letting me borrow those. I'm going to have a good time using them. I'm going to go ahead and wring out the brush here. If you can't tell, it's been a long day, and I've been drinking. And I've been drinking for a while. First I had some pizza and some beers with my wife and her friends. And then when she took off, I went over to my friend's house, and we had a few cigars and some really nice beers. We had an 11% pastry stout with coconut, cocoa nibs, chocolate, vanilla, caramel, and lactose. And that was 11%, and that was fucking dessert for adults right there. That shit was amazing. And I followed that up with a coconut vanilla bourbon barrel aged imperial porter, which was also really nice. Go ahead and add some water to the mix here. And that one was from Ballast Point out of San Diego. That's a little bit more mass produced than the previous one. The previous one was from Bottle Logic in collaboration with Listerman's Brewing. And then I had a barley wine from Freem Family Brewers, a 12% barley wine. That was in collaboration with Chuck's Hop Shop out of Seattle. So, just fucking phenomenal beers. And then we followed that up with, we kind of divulged into just a couple hazy IPAs after that. And we each had 2 cigars, and we were just listening to music and just catching up. and fucking had a great time. So, alright. Got a pretty decent looking lather there with just, you know, the original moisture in the brush and one water addition. So I'm going to go ahead and wet the face. We will add some Sterling mentholated pre-shave because we got a big ass bar of pre-shave, so we might as well use it. Alright, here we go. Big ass bar of mentholated pre-shave from Sterling. The carbon has a second use feather in it, or this will be its second use, I should say. So, gonna get that feather blade involved. Set that to the side there. Kind of work it in a little bit. Maybe touch my hands with a little bit more moisture. Get the neck all incorporated as well. And we'll get to lathering. So, the scent on this one, when I first threw it up to my nose, honestly, and you gotta keep in mind I have been drinking, so my nose might be all sorts of shot, drinking and smoking, so. But I was like, this smells like a fucking, like, fresh diaper or something, like unused. Or baby powder. I think it might be baby powder that I'm, like, experiencing. It has, like, these white florals, and it's kind of powdery. And it kind of just smells like a pleasant soap, you know what I mean? Just a nice pleasant soap. It smells good, but it's just like, do I want to smell like this, per se? So I was reading kind of some of the scent notes. I think this is discontinued. It was made for the Dirty South Wet Shavers group. And it had a bunch of floral notes, as well as some bay and tobacco. But what I really got, like, the resulting fragrance, I think I lost a hair right there. The resulting fragrance, like Red says, just kind of reminded me a little bit. It's floral and it's powdery, and it kind of reminds me of like baby powder, or maybe, like I said, a fresh used diaper, which isn't a bad scent. It's not bad, but it's like I said, is it something I want to smell like? Probably not. So there we go, carbon with the feather inside, and we'll just get to shaving. So I don't like this fucking little middle divot in between there. I don't like that. I feel like that's like right where I want to hold it, but it's not substantial enough there. I don't like it. That's just me, though. So, PAA, I don't have a whole shit ton of experience with PAA. So why did I put it on Value Slickness Week? Or Basic Bitch Week? Well, Basic Bitch pretty much explains itself. But, Value Slickness, PAA has been around for a long time now, and they have a huge following. And the fact of the matter is they wouldn't have that following if they weren't a decent product. So this CK1, the Kokum butter formula, is most definitely good stuff. There's just no two ways about it. It's definitely good stuff. It looks like I ran over that patch of acne again, and I took the head off something. No big deal. We knew it was there. I've mentioned it a couple times already. So, no doubt it's good stuff. Look at that. I basically just lathered back up from the stuff that was trapped in my beard. But it's, yeah, I mean, it was easy to lather. It has great slickness. I would say it's more high structure. But it does have some density to it. So it's not, it's not airy by any means. So it's definitely good stuff. And, even though I don't have a whole hell of a lot of experience with it, I think it's fair to say that from their customer base and how, the sheer scale of their customer base, that, it supersedes one man's opinion, even if that one man is me. Even though I make up a good fucking portion of, I'm just fucking around. But yeah, so good stuff. And there was never any doubt in my mind that PAA wasn't going to be good stuff. It's just, when I came into the hobby, and I was kind of younger and impressionable, PAA wasn't in a very good spot. They weren't in the best of standing. They were kind of in a hot seat. And I said, okay, well, that's just one brand to avoid, And it was kind of simple as that for me. I'm going to go ahead and just add some tap water in. Fuck it. And it was just simple as that for me. There's so many other options out there that I could just say, okay, that one's off the list, moving on. You know what I mean? We hadn't really hit the golden age yet when I was first starting, but we were definitely ramping up. And like I said, PAA wasn't in the best of spot at that time. It had some controversy. And so I said, to hell with it, I could easily avoid buying from that artisan if they did something unsavory and just move on. I didn't immediately educate myself. I educated myself later, but I didn't immediately educate myself. I just said, okay, moving on. And but the thing is throughout the whole thing, they had a very good fan base that always said the products were good. And the thing is, some people who have a relationship and who are friends might stick it out through thick and thin, whether you have a good product or bad product. And they might put their own reputation on the line to kind of help save your business if you're their friend. But when you have a fan base that big, not all of those people are going to be, a personal relationship and close friends. So they're going to give their honest opinion about your product. And pretty much, unanimously, people are saying good things about PAA, so in my mind, there was never any doubt that PAA was going to be a solid performer. My thing was just, I wasn't compelled to buy from them, And that's just being honest. I'm not saying that I was right. I'm not saying that I was wrong. But that's just what it was. I wasn't compelled to buy from them. And there's so many other options that, there was no need to buy from them either. But now, because of, others' generosity, that I've been able to try CK6 and I've been able to try CK1 and I've pretty much determined that I wouldn't say the hype is real, but it's pretty much determined that they are as advertised, they're fucking solid. That I have no hesitation to make an order in the future. I like the majority of scents that I've picked up from PAA. And really, the performance on CK1 and the performance on CK6 is, really, really good stuff. CK1 is a good value. That it's like, there's no hesitation anymore is basically what I'm saying. It's not, I don't really have an order lined up, even though, I promised I would a long time ago on my second chance video. But I will make an order eventually. Like, I've made 2 orders for the cologne or the aftershave samples. Just testing scents and whatnot, seeing what I really want to buy. And I have a good idea now. But they're still just not high on the list. They're on the list now, whereas before they weren't on the list. They're on the list now. They're just still not very high on the list. But I have no reservations anymore about buying from them. It's like, I know the products are going to be good because of, people like the Chief and Corey and Marion letting me borrow some CK6 and CK1. So, definitely good stuff. The scent on this one, it's nothing special. Like I said, you might classify it as like a pleasant soap scent. Maybe something a hospital might stock. Or, like I said, maybe like baby powder or with a little floral twist. Or an unused diaper. Just a fresh diaper ready to be used and abused. But it's pleasant. Like I said, it's pleasant. It's just not something that I necessarily would want to go around smelling like. And this one was discontinued. Not that that's related to my impressions of it, but I also understand why it's not still around. So, CK1 gave me a damn fine shave. The Carbon gave me a damn fine shave. The Untitled Shave hand-tied knot gave me a damn fine lather and felt luxurious while doing it. We did lose another hair, though. I think that puts it up to like 4. Right now, the immediate post-shave feel, it almost feels like I'm back to the place I was before my shave. Keep in mind I have been drinking, and I normally have fairly dry skin, so it takes some serious skin food to make my skin bounce back. But right now, it just kind of feels like normal, you know what I mean? It's just a hair tacky, but it doesn't feel hydrated really at all. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow up with Oleo's 40 and Good Oleo Pure Oil Blend. And Oleo's 40 is based off of Tom Ford's fucking fabulous Eau de Parfum. And that, to me, is a beautiful scent. It's a really nice scent. But it also kind of has that, like, powdery note in it. And, but this time, it's much, much better done than, Dixie. But, of course, this is a dupe, and Dixie, I assume, is an original creation. So, there's that. But Oleo's 40 smells way fucking better. Fucking loose hair just like got sucked into my fucking mouth. Did you guys see that shit? I wonder if the resolution like picked up the process of the hair flying into my fucking mouth. Alright, let's get a little bit more of this. I'm going to bed directly after this. After I finish this fucking beer. I'm gonna go to bed smelling fucking fabulous. There's no doubt about that. And like I said, more shave degeneracy coming soon because I'm gonna be home alone for a while. So we're probably gonna hop on IG, do some live shaves. If any of my fellow wet shaving YouTubers wanna fucking join me, hit me up on Instagram and we could fucking coordinate a dual live if you guys want to go back and forth for some beers and bullshit. So, let's do a recap real quick. PAA Dixie for Dirty South Wet Shavers. And CK1, that's a good fucking value slickness soap. We use the Lancaster Bowl. The Viking handle with the Strike Gold Shave hand-tied badger knot. The Carbon CXTI, a very nice shaver. I really like the shave this thing fucking gives. I just don't like the fucking handle. I don't really like the aesthetics. This looks like a basic bitch razor to me, to be honest. Like I could see this coming like straight out of China. That's just the way it is. For my tastes, my personal preference and aesthetics, I don't like it. But it shaves fucking great. There's no denying that. Love the way it shaves, hate the way it looks. And then we also used Oleo's 40, based on Tom Ford's fucking fabulous, and Good Oleo Pure Oil Blend skin food. So, that's that. One hell of a fucking shave. We'll finish where we started with some hoppy lager. Cheers, guys. Got some more shave degeneracy coming. Thanks, Ken, for letting me borrow the razor. Thanks, Marion, for letting me borrow the soap. Thanks, Jack, for bringing some beers up to me up here on your move. And I'll see you guys tomorrow on the next one.